What? More localizer shenanigans? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, dude. God damn it, man. God damn it. I hate it in here. I hate it in here. It's so annoying. It's so annoying, man. Apparently my OBS is kind of dying a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why, but yeah, apparently I'm offline, both Twitch and YouTube. I can see myself being live, both Twitch and YouTube. I don't know what restream meant by that. Let's put on some relaxing music. Because today is going to be... It is gonna be one of those days. You know exactly what I mean. Yada yada. Anyway, let's see. Let's see, what do we have for today? Where's my... There is. Let me move my browsers around a little bit. That's gonna be important, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, let's see. Where's my source here? Yes, it is the correct one. There we go. First of all, this has been running around a little bit for the past week or week and a half. Maybe I should stop the music for this one, because it's actually a short video of our beloved, I don't know, Katrina, you know, localizer on the Twitter machine. This is the first video I found. We have some Japanese captions. It is completely in English, so it's fine. So here we can see the strange admission of, yeah, we wanted to change a lot of stuff, which normally, if this was a perfect world, we'd like, okay, that makes sense, right? Maybe you want to change, like in games, right? Some textures. For example, the big letters for each shop. That would make sense. But yeah, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Let's listen to this. Yeah.
For example, like with game localization, you're usually doing it, there's going to be an English dub. None of the Japanese source material is going to be available to the player. So you can get a lot more creative with it. You can...
First, we have a spicy meatball here already. Now the Japanese source material is going to be available to the player, so you can get a lot more creative with it. But why? Why would you do that? That is not your job. You should translate it properly, not make your own fucking story because you are a failed writer. Bitch. I'm getting spicy.
Get a lot more creative with it. You can, you know, adjust the
cultural interpretation as you need to. Once again, if this was a perfect world, maybe we could be lenient with this and be right. Okay, that could make sense. But no, this is culture war bullshit. So you know what we're dealing with.
cultural interpretations as you need to. At some cases, you can even contact the developer and be like, hey, I want to change this little visual aspect so it works better with our culture.
I want to change a little visual aspect so it's better with our culture. But why? But why? Usually there's an intent by the original author. Why you have to touch? Do not touch. Do not.
Culture, so you have a little bit more control over what the player is going to experience.
You have a little bit more control over what the player is going to experience as a localizer. I bet you do, and I bet you like that. But once again, that's not your job, bitch.
As a localizer. However, when you're working with video content, especially animated content, you know, with animation, you could do so many fantastical things. Like you can have crazy stuff popping in and out. You can have like almost like a music video as quality where there's like abstract things happening in the background, or they zoom in on an object that really shouldn't exist. Like,
I don't really understand what she's trying to say here. Where they zoom into an object that really shouldn't even exist. What do you mean by this? I don't understand. I guess she's trying to say something like um, made up stuff that's not real. I mean, sci-fi, right? I don't know, like a laser gun or like the fucking Dragon Balls. They are not actual stuff in real life, but it is fiction. It's fine. I don't get it.
An object that really shouldn't exist. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff you could do with
Maybe it was just censorship, right? There's a real possibility.
animation. But it's on screen and you can't change that. So when it comes
But it's on screen, so you cannot change that. Yeah, yeah. It's on screen for a reason. You don't have to change it because it's fine.
change that. So when it comes to stuff like cultural references, there's nothing much that I can do.
There's nothing much that I can do to change that in reference to cultural references. Good, good. It's not your job to change that. Even if people want to say it is, it's not. It is not, dude. Shut the fuck up. Let's say it's a Japanese anime. What a fucking oxymoron, right? I'm gonna say their cultural reference probably really important.
To change that. For
This bitch, dude. This bitch. But yeah, at least we have an admission that yeah, we change stuff. We want to change stuff, but it's fine. When we did, it's fine, dude. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. I will never understand these people. Okay, let me lower the music a little bit. That was a little bit too much. Okay, this is probably okay. Yeah, we have an animation here, which is pretty good. They did have the audacity to say, no, we didn't change this. We cannot change this because if we did, that would be against the prospects of our job. And we have people firing us, and we have competition working for less, going after our asses. And like, yeah, but that's literally what is happening. I don't know what you mean here. That's so strange to me. I mean, it's obvious misdirection. It is obvious misdirection. And that's the end of it. Absolute bullshit. Mind you, absolute bullshit. But yeah, also we had some Sega shenanigans here. From Japan to the world, how to translate the game to Japan Times about localizing. I don't think I've read this article though. I have it open here. I need to change my stuff a little bit. Up. Is this okay? Yeah, this is okay. From Japan to the world, how to translate the game. It is pretty funny because it says translate. Just translation. Not bullshit. And obviously here we have Ryuga Gotoku, right? Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. And yeah, we have seen some spicy stuff with Sega lately too. So unlucky, man, so unlucky. So, let's read this. I don't think this is terribly long. It's okay, probably. Behind the global success of Japanese video games lies a delicate task, appealing to overseas players whose expectations on issues such as sexism are increasingly influencing the content of major titles. God, I did not read this book. This is spicier than I thought. What do you mean by this, Japan Times? First, appealing to overseas players. Why? Why? No, this is wrong. Never do this. Never do this. This is the worst you can do. And players whose expectations on issues such as sexism. Dude, I'm over real. If you want video games to tackle these quote-unquote issues like sexism, you're a fucking tourist. Get the fuck out of here. And our increasingly influencing the content of major titles. I agree this is true, but this shouldn't be a thing. What? No. Fuck off. Fuck off, dude. What the hell? With the majority of sales for big games now outside Japan, everything from slang words to creators' costumes must be carefully considered for a global audience. People are so weak nowadays, dude. They're so fucking weak and pathetic. No, no, no. This slang. It hurts. It hurts me in my kokoro. You're weak. You're pathetic. But don't worry. Your bloodline will not overcome the winter. So pathetic, dude. It's a complex process that has come a long way since the Wild West of the 80s and 90s, according to one high-profile localization team. Localization team? Opinion discarded, dude. Opinion discarded. Wild West? Wild West is the best West. We'll send it with the internet. There are no rules, no industry standards, and the quality of localization could vary greatly from one title to the next. Yes, that is true. But are you really gonna say that it's better nowadays? No. Nowadays, it's even worse. Maybe, perhaps. Maybe, perhaps. I'd say back in the day it was bad because they wanted to appeal to the dumb Americans, dude. The dumb Americans. Adding just cringe pop culture references that had no place. And nowadays it's ideological, so it's even worse because that ideology is absolute fucking trash. This is the Sega of America team who worked on Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and the latest title in the hit Yakuza series, releasing on Friday. Sega of America. They're again now. So sad. Back then, translators faced constraints including 2 small text boxes. I understand the constraints, not gonna lie. And sometimes game developers did the job themselves in less than perfect English. All your bases belong to us. We all know the meme. It also meant that many games from the era, especially the light heavy ones, never made it out of Japan. The ones they did, for example, Final Fantasy IX. Some dialogue made no fucking sense, and make no mistake about it, they didn't have 2 small text boxes. That was not the case there. They just refused to. You could also add, which Fire Emblem was it? I don't remember. 3 houses? I think it was 3 houses. Where you have a nice and cute conversation between 2 ninja, and suddenly they're just oh, we're strong, we're silent types. Wake, apathetic. Thankfully, the industry, and perhaps more importantly consumers... Who are these consumers you speak of? Are they in the room with us right now? I don't think so. Have changed a lot since those days. Yes, for the worst. And we are now able to be more faithful to the cultural and emotional content of Japanese games than ever. The Sega Man team says, "You are a filthy fucking liar, dude. You have to be kidding me. That is not true and you know it. That is not fucking true, dude. What do you mean by this? What do you mean being more faithful to the cultural and emotional content of Japanese games when by ear, just by ear, we understand completely that you're lying to us with these translations, dude? What? Fuck off. Localization is now integral to the design process, with international gamers in mind from the start. This is the scariest thing I've ever read. It is true. It is true. It is absolutely true. Make no mistake about it. That's why it is scary. Localization is now integral to the design process, because this means the games are cacked from the beginning. There's no way around that now, and we've seen that with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I have another article for that. Don't you worry about it. We'll see about that. And people are like, but it's in the Japanese too. I'm like, Yeah. Yes, I know. I know it's in the original Japanese too. That's the problem. Localizers have a lot of power right now. And there are a bunch of bitches that don't deserve anything. An example is how Japanese games developers dress their heroines, as the hashtag #MeToo movement changes mindsets, says Frank Janti, senior localization manager at Japanese game giant Bandai Namco. How Japanese game developers dress their heroines because of #MeToo. Do you guys understand that video game characters are not real? They're not people. They're characters. They're fiction. They're not. They don't have rights. They're just pure fiction. They're not real. Why? Why? You understand that if, let's say, for example, I had a new custom for Chun-Li, that means absolutely nothing for real life, right? It's just a video game character. It has no effect on real life because it's just a video game that I'm playing on my own. I wonder how many skeletons these guys have in their homes, and if the wardrobe is enough for all of them. The reaction, dude, the reaction is real. I want to say, right? I want to say this is more than just ESG. This has to be some bullshit like projection too. At least I hope it is, because I cannot see. I cannot wait to see them fall. We tell them that the cleavage is a bit too exposed, or the skirt is a bit too short, he adds. Before they weren't very flexible, but they've become more proactive on such subjects. Yeah. So what? So what if they are showing booba? So what if the skirt is too short? What about it? Let's say, for example, another fan favorite. TV from Nier Automata. Pretty attractive character. Pretty attractive character, right? We've all seen those videos from way back in the day, when you could see how her... I was about to say sweat, but I don't think it's sweat. It's a robot after all, right? But yeah, you could see in her ass how the water was drying. Dude. What? They're fiction, dude. They're fiction. It's fine. It's fine. You can kill a bunch of characters. That's okay. That's not the thing about reality. Ooh, but Booba. Booba's so scary, dude. I'm so scared of Booba. Please. Please, I need shock therapy, dude. What the hell? And Pac-Man, I mean. Yes, I guess this makes sense, dude, but come on now. The puzzle of game localization affected the maintaining the arcade sensation Pac-Man with the direct translation Pac-Man, rating as P-U-C-K. Didn't too risky because it could be vandalized. Yeah, but everything can be vandalized though. Some top-selling games including Mario, Final Fantasy and Pokemon involve fantasy worlds that are not overtly Japanese, offering some flexibility to their adaptation. I mean... Do you understand that there's an actual region in Japan that is Kanto, right? I'm pretty sure people have heard of Kanto because it is an actual place, and Pokemon regions are based on the real world. The first 4 generations were different regions in Japan. You had Kanto and Johto, with their capitals being Tokyo and Kyoto. You had Hoenn, that was Kyushu. You had Sinnoh, that was Hokkaido. For example, right? Then you had different places, like America, France, Hawaii, I guess, Britain, Spain and Portugal, I'd say. That thus becomes trigger for series such as Injecto, which are set in real-life locations and use slang from Japan's underworld. Getting it right is important. Around 70% of revenue I'm dying here. For recent titles in the Yakuza series is from overseas. I need some water, please. I need some water here. And this is true. Okay, this is true. Yes. Yakuza is based on real Japan. It's not Kamurocho, it's Kabukicho. It's the same fucking place, though. It is the same fucking place. But one thing would be, we're trying to translate this properly, and a completely different thing would be, yes, we're inserting feminist propaganda in here. Don't read about that, don't worry about it. In recent years, I've been interested in manga comics, mind you, anime, and whether Japanese culture has made the job easier. For you to insert yourself, bitch? Pretty sure. People know what ramen is now. Don't need to say noodles anymore, Jinty says. But that would be a misnomer, right? You make ramen with noodles. They're not just the noodles, it is a little bit more complex. Dude, I love jelly-filled donuts. His team in the European headquarters of Bandai Namco has adapted the games, including the Tekken Fighting series and the smash hit role-playing game Elden Ring into 2,000 languages. Okay. The job is as much a cultural challenge as a linguistic one, says Pierre Froget, localization project manager at Bandai. Cultural challenge. Elden Ring. The fuck do you mean by this? I don't think it is. At all. I cannot even understand how you could reach this conclusion here. It makes no sense to me. The player, whichever country they're from, should understand and feel the same thing as someone playing in the original language. This is true. I agree with this. This is not what's happening. It's happening actually the opposite. You're making the Japanese player suffer the same malady as the overseas players. How funny you say this, because it's a fantastic way of poisoning the well, as they say. No longer acceptable. A better understanding of Japanese culture among players means adaptation can be more subtle. The Yakuza series is not called Like a Dragon. They didn't need to change it, but sure, I guess. I don't mind it. It is actually Ryuka Gotoku after all. Compared to the original Japanese, LGBTQ characters and sexist cliches have also been axed. The player, whichever country they are from, should understand and feel the same thing as someone playing the original language. So we're going to change the game in the original language. Also, why is this bad? It is a cliche. For a reason. I'm not saying you had to be like, oh yeah, all these people must this and that. Like trying to quote unquote harm them, if you will. But some cliches are fun, some cliches are not. How curious. Many representations which were normal in Japan in the first Like a Dragon games are no longer acceptable today. The first Like a Dragon game isn't set in the 90s. It's fine. The world was like that in the 90s, maybe. It was more like that than nowadays, that's for sure. So you're stripping the game of its actual time context. Makes no sense. If it's the 90s, it wouldn't make any sense to be like, ah yes, this is Akira-kun, and they are, I guess, they is? I don't even know how those work, and I don't even want to know. That's stupid. And they are gender fluid. What the fuck do you mean by this, dude? No, stupid. Stop it. Says Masayoshi Yokoyama, this is executive producer. We ask our teams in the United States and Europe to read the game script, and they tell us if they see things that wouldn't be acceptable in their country. United States and Europe. And why do you feel the need to cater to fucking clowns? They are absolutely gay. Makes no sense to me. TNG often focus on alcohol, politics, or religion. Rocket adds, while cultural reference points also differ. Okay, alcohol? But why? Are you gonna tell me there's no alcohol in United States or Europe? What? What is this? Politics or religion? Yeah, that is propaganda bullshit. Once again. When there are people dressed in black boots and big leather coats, in Europe that could bring to mind the Nazi uniform, he says. Black boots and big leather coats. Do you know what comes to mind first to me? Matrix. Yeah. I will always think first of Matrix and the funny Germans. Also, why does it matter? If they're trying to emulate the Nazis and they're actually bad. It's the current year, we can't have bad people anymore. I don't get it, dude. I don't even get it. Global release dates now the norm. These decisions must be made under tighter deadlines than before. And despite improved communication between developers and localization teams, challenges remain. Especially when translating a game into a language other than English. Why? Because the localizers are not that paused yet? I'm pretty sure some of them are. Efforts have been made to understand the needs of the English-speaking world. It says, but for German, which has longer sentences and other linguistic quirks, localization is sometimes seen as an extra difficulty by design teams. And so, Frogget believes in his mission to create connections to the Japanese culture and help Europeans discover its depth, while respecting both the game and the player. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're cacking the game to appeal to United States and Europe for some godforsaken reason. You know why people liked the Yakuza games? Because they were good, they were cool, they were extremely Japanese, as the original director said. We're making a game for Japanese people. If people from overseas like them, that's cool too, but we're not gonna change them to appeal to them. Oh, lo and behold. He left the company in 2021, I'm pretty sure. You see how it's going now? Yeah, no wonder, dude. No fucking wonder. And after that, they had some responses here. People been like, yeah, no, don't do that. That's trash. And they were like, yeah, we had to date our customer harassment policy. Absolutely gay. Absolute shenanigans here, dude. What the hell? No. You're weak. You're weak and pathetic too, Sega. I'm sorry. You're trying to appeal to everyone, but you cannot appeal to everyone. It's just impossible. So, what do we have here? We have, well, Persona 3. Changing some stuff, apparently. Can we read everything here? Yeah, yes we can. That's fine. Persona 3 Reload, replace strange character to avoid offense. What a strange thing to say. What a strange thing to say. Persona 3 Reload has replaced the character, possibly in order to avoid offending new players coming to the rank of the game. What kind of players, though? In the original 2006 game, there's a beach scene where Junpei, Yuri, Akiko Sanada, and the male protagonist drag out after trying to flirt at the beach. Luckily, the trio come across a woman who seems amicable to fooling around with the boys. However, Akiko takes note that she has stubble and that she is trans. It's unclear whether they're trans or a cross-dresser. 2006, Japan, it was a cross-dresser. Absolutely. Let me tell you, it was a cross-dresser. Anyway, the boys aren't interested anymore and they run off. It's supposed to be a gag. Don't take it so hard, it's not a dick. The scene has been criticized for transphobic stereotypes, especially since the character isn't forthcoming and when identified they persist and try to convince the boys there is something spicy with them. You can see the Persona 3 portable version of the song below. Transphobic stereotypes. They're acting... People are acting like this doesn't happen in real life. I'm not saying everyone does this, but it happens. We have seen that. Rather than recreate the scene or trying to update the original premise for modern audiences, others sidestep the issue entirely by changing the character's entire identity. No longer a flirt beach babe, she is now a strange conspiracy theorist. Based, maybe. Based, might be. I don't know. If to tell the voice to rub sanctuary on her body, but not without first explaining how the song is actually government conspiracy, that was replaced in the 1980s. I expected something spicier of a conspiracy theory. After she goes full mask off with her conspiracies, the boys are understandably no longer interested and run off. The thing creates the same result as the original, but without any commentary, and more offensive about the character's gender. God damn. According to Kotaku, the Japanese audio also complies with this change, turning her into a conspiracy theorist. When the change was made during the development of the game by Japanese staff. Once again. Persona 3 Reload is set to launch worldwide, and for a second it was yesterday. Why? You keep changing stuff in the original to appeal to modern audiences that are not a thing. People that are offended by this stuff, don't worry. They weren't going to buy the game. Huh, I'm a huge Persona fan! Yeah, you play that by watching Persona 5 on YouTube. Shut the fuck up, dude. Another one! Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, English localization, rife with feminist agenda. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I have a image here already. Listen, Ichiban, Sachun's a hardworking, independent woman who doesn't need no man, dude. Strong and independent women. Their released Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has become another victim of localization, as the English version pushes a feminist agenda that wasn't there in the original Japanese. This is seeing in the game that has two friends asking protagonist Kasuga what he said his marriage proposal to the female character Sachan during his date. Here's the English version, albeit with the Japanese dub, but the same question. Okay, we're not watching that. It's fine. A minute. For comparison, here's the Japanese version with Japanese subtitles. I think we have some screenshots here. Will we? The Japanese version actually translates to the following. I think a girl who works hard and lives her life would be happy if someone told her that they'd make her happy. And this is the localized part, I'm pretty sure. I think I don't like that really need someone to go along and save the day. Yes. Actually, yes. The original Japanese says nothing about independent women or needing someone to come in and save the day. Independent woman is nothing more than a westernized feminist phrase meant to demonstrate that women don't need no man. The usual stuff. Traditional physical logic suggests that simply telling a woman you will make her happy is somehow offensive to a strong independent woman. What did they mean by this? It's clear, they're trying to further the division between men and women, as if instead you should make a woman not happy during a marriage proposal. Is this? This has to be just a divide and conquer strat. Obviously. Coming from this in a saying world, it makes absolutely zero sense and begs the question why you're marrying her in the first place. Yes, because marriage is evil nowadays apparently. Do not marry, do not make baby, live in the pod. consume product, eat the bugs. That's what they want. Fucking globalists, dude. Even though Sachang is a woman, she does a great job at work and taking care of her family, which is great. Yeah. Wait, what? Juro said, for a woman? In response to this, I said love that she is so responsible. It's really impressive for a woman to do what she does. On Nanononi are the words used here, which mean roughly, even though you're a woman. So it essentially means the same thing as in the English version. Stuff like, for a woman, or even though you're a woman, that kind of talk come off as pretty sexist, even if you're just hanging with us guys. Hey, it's not to say even though you're a woman these days. Things like because I'm a woman, yeah, things like because I'm a woman, or things like even though you're a woman. There are a lot of people these days who get annoyed when people say things that make judgment based on gender, not just women. Maybe that's because men and women have obvious differences. So it is weird, okay? It is weird. It is impressive sometimes when a woman acts like a man. It's not really impressive anymore because that's what they've been pushing for more than 10 years already. You're strong, independent women. You are strong. You can do it. But at the end of the day, that's not real, right? Because in where was it? I want to say Finland, but I'm not sure. I know it was a Scandinavian country, but they had were there laws? I think there were laws for gender equality in workplace and whatnot. And the only thing that created was a further divide, but natural kind of divide. So women can do whatever the fuck they want. Okay, they're gonna do what they want. What do they want? Traditional roles. Well, that's on you, dude. That's on you. As you can be seeing above, there was no mentioning of how such races are considered sexist in the Japanese version, and instead I spoke more to the truth of how there are more people who get angry at such talk nowadays. Yes, because they're weak. Freaky alien genotypes. Well, the original Japanese version still seems to solely push a feminist notion. The English version completely takes the dialogue and required it to fully push a dishonest feminist slant that suggests Sachang doesn't need a man to be happy. If you don't need a man to be happy, why are you trying to marry? That doesn't make any sense to me, dude. Many found this ridiculous considering the Like a Dragon series has entire minigames dedicated to tactical radios, cavalry clubs, and practically has a full dating simulator. Yet now the game wants to lecture to players what is and isn't sexist. Yes, because you had to be beating over and over and over again with the correct politics. You must need to have, you require at all points in time the correct ideology. You won't want to be evil, right? Just do what we tell you. Just do what we tell you, dude. It's not that difficult. Okay? Just do it. It's not that hard to understand. We are right, and you are wrong. It is just... It's impressive, dude. It is impressive. It is impressive. Also, yeah, I was trying to look for information with the Relink stuff. I found nothing. And people were saying, but the translation is made in-house. And I'm like, okay, you're citing an interview from 2020 that says nothing about Relink. So, that's not an actual argument. We can only say we don't really know. That's fair, we don't really know. Could it be in-house? Yes, it could be in-house, actually, because we've seen the butchering of the Lowin Bros in versus Rising too, right? With all that, your skin is white as snow, going to, you need some vitamin D, babe. Bullshit. Also, it being in-house, it's not an excuse. Even if it's true, that is not an excuse. Why would we accept a bad translation just because they made it? It is still wrong. It is still bad. Once again, I can hear it. I can hear the original dialogue. They're saying completely different things. That is okay. But the worst part, because I've seen that, is people, a bunch of people too, mind you, being like, oh, there they come again, complaining about the translation, complaining about the localization, but the game is the same, dude, it's fine, we like this version, so it's okay. And I can only think, are you fucking stupid, or what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you even fucking defend a botched translation that was made on purpose? I can only assume. So, in the end, these are just the kind of people that can see a product, do not think, and get excited for next product. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I don't even comprehend how people can be so much of a fucking NPC nowadays. It's horrible. And they're like, oh, but the game is made and the major events have to be the same. Yeah, but if you change the dialogue, you could even tell a completely different story, right? For example, in the short that I uploaded to YouTube yesterday, the thing about Rosetta, right? In the original Japanese, she's supposed to be a beautiful and mysterious lady that uses Thorn magic. Yes, Rosetta's supposed to be sexy, beautiful, and mysterious. We've seen her, we've heard her, and she's a fucking primal beast. So yeah, that makes sense. But it's better not to pry on what she's up to. Oh, she's attractive. Okay, we cannot change her looks. So, she has to be a creep now, I guess. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. It's just that easy. But we have more bullshit. We always have more bullshit, dude. It's so bad. Now we have the Witcher Remake dev team working to determine which aspects of original game are simply bad, outdated, and need to be remade, planning on removing the bad parts. Look, the first The Witcher game, it's old. Okay, it is pretty old. It is old and rusty, and if you want to update the... This is from Bundling into Comics, by the way. If you want to update game mechanics, sure, that makes sense to me. But... we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Let's see. In a warning admission that hints the upcoming title may end up falling victim to one of the worst trends in modern video game history, First Theory CEO Jacob Rucost, what a funny name, has revealed that not only the studio's upcoming remake of CD Projekt Red's first The Witcher title seek to address those parts of the original release are simply bad, outdated, and need to be remade. Please add some sort of comma here, I'm dying, dude. But that it will completely excise those parts which are determined to be outright bad. Rucost provided this insight into his team's upcoming The Witcher remake during a recent interview given to Games Radars Edge Entertainment News imprint. A former CD Projekt Red dev whose tenure at the studio saw him serve as a senior quest designer on both The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3. Rucost began his time with the outlets Ali Jones by explaining that he's decided to tackle the first game in the series was born out of his own personal disappointment at how he missed the original opportunity to do so. You fucking Napoleon kind of guy. I want the chance to give it the justice it deserves, he told Jones. And there, Jones raised the topic of the first game's lack of polish, while its sequels would go on to be some of the most well-regarded titles in all of video game history. Gerald's original outing was plagued with such issues as difficult glitches and lackluster combat mechanics. Okay, if you want to change those, that is fine. That is fine. To which Lucas revealed that, first and foremost, we need an honest, down-to-earth analysis of which parts are simply bad, outdated, and need to be remade. When you say outdated, I need to raise an eyebrow. Because yes, it could be outdated game mechanics, outdated graphics, and whatnot, but it could also be outdated narrative, and that's not good at all. To this end, the dev explained that the analysis was being undertaken with the aim of both highlighting the parts that are great, should be retained, or are direct key pillars that can be discarded, and removing the bad parts. Indirect key pillars. They're going to remove the spice, aren't they? We are rearranging the good parts to create something that's both satisfying and still resonates with the feel of the original, because ultimately affirmed. Resonates. I don't know about that, dude. Nice pussycat, I mean. As a writing, the results of first theories analysis, including what parts of the original The Witcher they believe to be bad, remain unknown to the public, and that is too bad, dude. However, in light of the industry's ongoing deference to the terminally offended, thank you, Banding in the comics, to not be cucked, it's currently speculated that one of the aforementioned bad parts of the game that will be removed is its romance card system. If you have to take content out of the game, you're doing it wrong. They're doing that with Persona 3 from what I've read. They're taking out some sort of a club stuff from the school. I don't really know too much about it. Morning after sleeping with one of the game's many familiar NPCs, the player will receive a special trading card featuring a risque reminder of their intimate encounter. Look, if the game is for adults, it's fine. Shut the fuck up, dude. In which this theory is that fact one of the system's own designers, Karol Kowalczyk, has publicly voiced their regret at its inclusion in the original game. They don't include it by mistake. You had to make it by hand, on purpose. I don't understand. There's an intent behind, and I think that is okay. The game is not for kids. Also, I'm pretty sure the bugs are kind of spicy too. It's about the fact that you switch to mindset that you need to collect them all, right? Yes, because they're in the game. It's fiction. It's fine. Hidden Video Game News outlet Devin's Tension in December 2022. In that context, it's indeed very disturbing that the game kind of forces you to become a mindless sex addict to get some of those. We fail to see that as when you're testing the game for the 100th time, just have to mechanically, I don't really feel those emotions. It is a fucking game, dude, it's fine. You become a mindless sex addict. And how about when you become a murder machine in 90% of games? What the fuck, dude, what the fuck? As of writing, first theories, The Witcher remake has yet to receive an official release date. It's gonna be bad, dude. It's gonna be bad. If you have to take out content, kill me now, dude. Kill me now. These are not the only guys that are doing this, which is kind of sad. Yeah, Netflix live-action outdoor series. A guy I know was trying to convince me, show me trailers. Oh, dude, it's gonna be good. Look, it looks fantastic. I was like, no, it's gonna be bad. It's live action. It's Netflix. It's gonna be bad. Just you wait. And lo and behold, who was right? This guy. I'm always right. And I hate it, dude. I fucking hate it. Netflix live action of their series took out how sexist Sokka was in the original. Enough moments in the animated show were iffy. That's the point. That's character growth. It's part of his character arc. That's how he becomes better. Because he has flaws, and he works to overcome them. Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. When Avatar The Last Airbender makes its live-action debut on Netflix next month, Sokka's sexism will be toned down considerably. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, cast members Kya Wen-tyo, Katara, and Aang Ousley, Sokka, informed fans that Sokka's sexism was discussed during the live-action show's development and was deliberately cut away as it had no place in the new remake. Characters nowadays can't have any flaw. They all must be perfect. Character journey, hero's journey, character arcs, progression, nah. They must be perfect. And also gay. They run weight with realism in every way, as I said, which prompted Kewentio to reveal. I feel like we also took out the element of how sexist Sokka was. I feel like there were a lot of moments in the original show that were iffy. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Yeah, totally, I agreed. There are things that were redirected just because it might play a little differently in live action. You guys keep changing things and it never works. Why do you think it will work this time? Spoiler alert, it will not. It's still on arrival. As Entertainment Weekly notes, there are entire threads about Sokka's sexism, discussing how the original Sokka prior to his character journey. Character journey! Would make remarks like, girls are better at fixing pants than guys, and guys are better at hunting and fighting. Based on the repealed Sokka, by the way. Sokka's sexism wouldn't be the only difference out there from seeing Netflix The Last Airbender. Showrunner Albert King probably said, the show does not begin the same way the animated series does. Not a good look. Red flags. Red flags all around. The live-action series will also show the genocide of the Airbender people and the rise of the Fire Nation, which was only alluded to in the animated series. Genocide. We need to show the genocide. But sexism? That's too bad. That's too far, dude. What the hell? It was a conscious decision to show people that this is not the animated series. Kim said, we had to sometimes unravel storylines and remix them in a new way to make sense for a serialized drama. So I'm very curious to see what will happen in terms of reaction to that. People are going to shit on you. As it should be, mind you. After The Last Airbender creators Brian Konietzko and Michael Dante DiMartino spent 2 years developing the live-action adaptation for Netflix before they shocked fans by announcing their exit due to creative differences. This year should tell you everything you need to know. We shall left Kim as the sole showrunner. Yep. He recently told Entertainment Weekly that it was absolutely daunting to stick with the show without him. Trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. It's gonna be even worse. You have to be in it to not be intimidated a little bit, Kim said. The first reaction after hell yeah was, holy shit, do you really want to do this? Is there a way to improve upon the original? No. And you're trying to change it, and it's gonna be worse. Whenever you tackle something that's already beloved by millions of fans, you have to ask yourself those questions. After The Last Airbender streams February 22nd on Netflix. Whew. Funny thing about this, I found the last couple of days too a bunch of stuff about this. Because apparently, not only they're making Sokka not sexist, they're also changing Katara. Because now, she cannot be as motherly, she cannot be as feminine, she has to be a strong independent woman. And you have to ask yourself, what is the fucking point? That is part of the characters, they are making new characters. Their personalities doesn't match. don't match. Their journeys, they're not even the same. I I don't even believe they will have actual character arcs or character journeys. Not like this. And I also found another part of another interview. I think it was another interview at least with the showrunner. I was like, oh yeah, my daughter was really supportive of this, but my son, that is a fan of Avatar, uh, told me to be careful and reconsider. But I think we won him over, and the the responses in Inter were amazing. They were like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the son doesn't want to engage anymore because you're a fucking moron. That is true. That is true. And last for today, we have current thing, dude. Squad killed the Justice League. Says Lex Luthor praised Wonder Woman and the Amazons for having solved the problem of toxic masculinity. Before you ask, yes, yes, sweet baby, isn't this? So you know we're dealing here. The president yet another reason to pass on Rocksteady Games and disappointing Suicide Squad killed Justice League. An in-game profile for Wonder Woman has revealed that the Arkhamverse incarnation of Lex Luthor really admires the fact that toxic masculinity does not exist within the Amazon society of Themyscira. Gay. What do you want me to say? Gay as fuck, dude. I fucking hate Canadians. And it's written from the individual perspective of either Captain Boomerang or Luthor himself. These profiles refer to in-game as codex entries. See either of the two supervillains offering both a quick rundown of a given character's personality and their own personal thoughts regarding the subject's existence. They need a little bit of proofreading in building into comics. I have to say that. For example, in his brief dissertation on The Flash, the aforementioned Ozzy declares, all you need to know about Flasher is that he is a shiny red bacon bastard to every high school sports captain. Whoever thought they were being that Whoever thought they were being than MU. I don't speak Australian, I don't know what that means. They're just making a living as a hardcore rebel, and then this guy show up, throwing his weight around, calling himself the fastest, the funniest, the best. Something continues. Who asked mate if he was any more full of himself? He have little flashes dripping of his nose hairs. That is funny. That is funny at least. However, while most of the Codex entries are mainly to flesh out the Arkham universe and provide players with a fun spot of flavor text, the one belonging to Wonder Woman attempts to up its relevance with a ham-fisted injection of a real-world socio-political discourse. Gay. Gay! Why are you gay? Stop being gay, Canadian! Stop being fucking gay, dude! Ah, man. I fucking hate Castro Jr. However, well, most of the Scottish entries are... I read that already. Fuck. Fuck. Taken from the files of Lex Luthor, Diana's profile begins with the supervillain explaining, I am prone to wild imaginings. As a man of science, speculation is how my brain finds leisure. And the closest thing it knows to play. But there's little amusement to be found in imagining how improved Earth would be if, instead of forcing the Amazons into hiding with our cruelty and avarice, we had instead looked to them as a model, replicable if only we could see it as we would set aside our better instincts. Gay! Gay! Why are you gay? Why are you fucking gay, Lex Luthor? From there, Luthor appears glowing, praise to the fact that Amazons have solved so many of our society's ills, broken democracy, lagging technology, toxic masculinity, and thus they flourish through higher learning, mutual aid, and governance without cruelty. A golden society who deserve to be as wicked as they are. God fucking damn it, he's a commie. Where's my music? Ah, there it is. Slow transition, I guess. He's a fucking commie, dude! God damn it, Canadians, dude. Fucking Canadians. And the Wonder Woman's name, I assume, because one wonders why a woman of her caliber and ancestry would leave paradise to play in the mud with us, he adds. And though the profile continues, the only available screenshot of it on the internet, its originator currently unknown, gets off the very last bits of Luther's musings. Just the bacon off. Bacon off. Shut up. Shut the fuck up and make you some bacon. But most criticism of this entry will focus on its mention of toxic masculinity. And for good reason, as the term is rarely ever used to discuss actual topics relating to men's mental well-being. Because men don't matter, don't forget about it. And behaviors were rather as a blank check to be used in service of shutting down all male input in a given discussion. True. You're mansplaining. They use mansplaining all the time in Japan. I've seen that in response to the infinite wealth bullshit too. I just don't believe it. It should be noted that what makes the entire context entry particularly absurd is the fact that it's coming from Lex fucking Luthor. As anyone with more than a passing knowledge of the Disney mythos knows, Luthor's entire supervillain career is motivated not out of a desire to do evil, but out of a fear that should Superman be allowed to exist, humanity will come to rely on him for everything, and thus there's no motivation to advance and flourish as a species. Yep, I don't know too much about DC, but yes, I remember this from some of the movies. And the players are supposed to believe that this man who hates Superman for his alien heritage is supposed to be a funny fanboy for Wonder Woman, who herself is of mystical origin and in no way human. Yeah, sure. Simp. He's simping. He's a fucking simp. I have it here. Screenshot of a comic, I guess. Ah, there we go. Sweet baby. Sweet, sweet baby. After writing it, it's unknown which specific member of or members of the Suicide Squad Kill Justice League were responsible for the real-world banning of Wonder Woman's in-game profile. But to end this, it should be noted that the game's script writing, including but not limited to its banter, cutscenes, barks, and audio logs, featured input from the interior's Sweet Baby. Oh man, please kill me. A self-described inclusion-focused narrative and consultation company, whose credits include work on such titles as Alan Wake 2, which apparently it's incredibly bad, extremely woke, and they changed the main character from Scandinavian to Black Scandinavian. Strange. God of War Ragnarok. Oh man, Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I remember that. Sweet Baby Inc.'s main objective is to foster the concepts of diversity and inclusion within any title brought their way. But why? That doesn't make any sense. It's a game, it's fiction. Reality can be whatever the fuck I want. If I want to make, let's say, I don't know, a game about Japan. Okay, Japan. It would make sense. Feudal Japan. Okay, let's go. Feudal Japan. Japan in the 1500s. It would make sense that the entire cast would be Japanese. Sengoku Jidai. Entirely Japanese. But no. Now that cannot happen. It is the current year. It is the current year. You need to have a black ninja. Yes, this is in reference to the new Assassin's Creed, which makes no fucking sense. How the fuck are you gonna have the only black guy in Japan being a fucking ninja? Are you stupid or what? That guy cannot be a spy. It doesn't make no sense, dude. What the hell? That's even worse than the female samurai, though. We believe that representation is key to connecting players and audiences, and we offer a few ways to help your team and project gain the perspective needed to make it happen, explains the company on their official website. We're part of an inclusive and knowledgeable community of diverse consultants able to cover a wide range of cultural and sensitive topics. Shut the fuck up. Our approach leads with the creation of joy in marginalized players and seeks to be additive rather than strictly corrective. Look, look. You people cannot be more fucking racist. No, but the black players need black characters. No! What the fuck do you mean by this? You can identify yourself with a character, even if that character looks completely different to you. Because they have values, because they have experiences, because they have a personality, because maybe just you like their fighting style. Okay? I've identified myself, quote unquote, identified myself, right? I've seen parts of myself in characters that look nothing like me, and that is okay. For example, a great example of this would be Barret in Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake. He's a fantastic character. He's a great dad. He does the stuff he needs to do. He's a fantastic man overall. You will see a lot of people praising him when they are not black, and that is okay. That is absolutely fantastic. That's exactly what should need to happen. But now we must have racial diversity. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Give me compelling characters and stop simping. Or not simp, a sweet baby had any actual hand in writing the game's Catholic centuries. They did, make no mistake about it. Has yet to be confirmed in any official capacity. However, given both their mission statement and the ridiculous presentation of the anti-anything but human Luther being a proponent of a mythical race, there's missing either. Odds are good that they had some hand in penning its contents. They did, they absolutely did. They absolutely did. That's just what I cannot even fathom. Why would anyone want anything like this? It just makes no sense, dude. It just makes no sense. I don't understand. But make no mistake about it, okay? Make no mistake about it. This is not... Oh, they're bad doing their job. Yes, okay, they're bad doing their job because the job is not done properly by our standards, but it's done properly by their standards. You know what that means? This is purely ideological. This is 100% ideological bullshit. So, I find it kind of funny when people say, oh man, I cannot wait for AI to take over translations and such. I'm like, yeah, that could be a solution. But if the people that are using these AI translation things are also ideologically driven, the translation is still going to be bad. Because they're going to insert their biases in the translation still. So in the end, it's just a matter of ideology. And it's bad, don't get me wrong, it is bad, it is awful, dude. It is absolutely awful. But that's the life we have now. I wish we wouldn't, but that's where we are. So, what is the solution to all of this? I have no idea. Okay, I have no idea. In the grand scheme of things, I have no fucking clue. That I wish I knew, but I don't. That's the only thing I can say. I have no idea. Short term? Short term. We could vote with our wallets. Short term, we can vote with our wallets. And that's fine. And that's what we should be doing, actually. If you see a game that has this bullshit, do not engage. Do not buy. Do not buy it. Because you need to show these companies that you will not consume a botched product. And I've seen some pushback against this, because some people are like, yeah, but with Grand Fantasy ruling, for example, right? Yeah, but the original is still there. So I want to support them. And like, I understand, dude. I understand. I like Rumble Fantasy too. Okay, I do like them. I'm actually having fun with the game, even if I'm gonna rag on the translation. But you have to be real. You have to be real, dude. You are buying the full package. You are paying for the botched translation. So do not, do not. I can only say that a lot of these games you can just ignore. I've seen the Justice League game. Doesn't appeal to me. Okay, it doesn't appeal to me at all, for example. But some of these games, you can get them really cheap, right? You can get them really cheap. So, if you're not spending a lot of money, then are you really supporting them? No. And that is okay. And that is okay. To some extent, okay? But yeah. Also, for Netflix bullshit, no hate watch. I never had a Netflix account, but if I did, I would have deactivated it a long time ago. They do not deserve your money. After all they're doing. Do not engage, do not consume, do not pay. We are... I don't want to say we are winning. We're winning. I want to believe we're winning. Because there's some propaganda about it, right? I remember an article, it came out September, August of 2023, around that date. I was like, oh, but these people are so afraid of PSG. It's so unfair, dude. They made us lose trillions of dollars. And I saw that article and was like, good. Good. I hope you lose all your fucking money, dude. Because that's all you deserve. To lose fucking everything. If you can fucking over your customers. Because these companies are just getting tempted by the huge mega corporations like BlackRock, Vanguard, and all that stuff. Because they're like, okay, you just add some ESG shenanigans to your game, to your series or whatever, and we'll pay you for free. You will get more money from us than you will get from your customers. And companies are like, holy shit, really? God damn, free money. I'm gonna do that. But you know what happens? If you lose a customer, you will probably lose it forever. And these people need to remember the customer is always right. And I say the customer is always right. They don't have to be correct with what they say, but they have the money and they pay you. And that's why they are right. It doesn't matter that your product, let's say your video game, for example, right? We're talking about video games a lot today. We should think a lot about video games. It doesn't matter that you made the perfect game by an objective standard. If no one is going to buy it, your game is bad. Because it doesn't work as a product. Because you're not selling it. So you lost money. It was a bad decision from the business side. And that's what's happening nowadays. They're butchering absolutely everything. Games, series, movies, even the fucking beer is getting political, dude. Even the fucking beer is political now. We've seen the Bud shenanigans from past March, right? The last March. March 2023. They keep fucking up. If you're a company, the only thing you should do is appeal to your customers. That's the only thing you need to do. That's the only way you're getting money. That's the only way you're getting actually a customer base, a proper customer base. I remember that back in the day, Battlefield 5 or something like that, where they started to add the Huamens with a prosthetic arm and World War II. I don't know why. This was 2017, 2018, around that, right? And there were some people complaining on the troll machine because this is sexist. We need more representation. The same bullshit we see nowadays. And the company was like, oh yes, we have to change it, and they changed it. And the same people that were complaining about that were also admitting in Twitter too that no, I wasn't gonna buy the game, and I will not buy the game because I don't care about Battlefield. Congratulations, you played yourself. It is so stupid, dude. It is so stupid. It is unreal. It is absolutely unreal. But it's been what, 6-7 years already? They keep making the same fucking mistakes. I just don't understand. It is unthinkable. This to me is all unthinkable. I don't know what to say. Anyway, I think this is gonna be everything from me today. I'm gonna go now. Welcome back on Monday as per usual. I will still be playing Global Fantasy Ruling. I think I will continue that on Monday. Thursday was a shorter stream. I ran quite late, but I want to play more. I think it's a fun game. Once again, you can get it really cheap, so it could be fine. Anyway, thank you for coming. I hope you had some fun here with my crazy ramblings. And yeah, I will come back on Monday. So take care.